Hi everyone, welcome. It's been a while since I've seen you guys. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get the live classes started yet. Been having some technical difficulties, so here I am bringing you a pre-recorded strength with Stephen. Hope you guys enjoy it. All that you're going to need is a set of dumbbells. They don't have to be super heavy, these are 8 pounds. If you don't have dumbbells, go ahead and just use any household items. It might be a bag of potatoes, some gallon jugs, you know, a water pack of 12, something along those lines. If you don't have any of that, it's totally fine to do this body weight. Everything is accommodating, or can be accommodated for. If you have any other questions, you can just reach out to me directly, shoot me an email or a text message, or give me a phone call, and I will help you out as best I can. Okay, so we're going to start off with the warm-up. So I'm going to do my best to stay in frame as much as possible. Unfortunately, I'm in my basement and my ceiling height isn't as high as it could be. So let's start off with some jumping jacks first, just to get it warmed up. A couple more seconds. And we're going to go into arm circles. So we're going to do 10 forwards. And then 10 backwards. And I'm going to do 10 squats. Good. And then last one we're going to do, we're just going to go one arm up, one arm down. We're going to do 5 of those on each side. Good. Okay, so for the first two exercises, you're going to grab your dumbbells. It's going to be 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. First exercise is deadlift. So we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. We're going to deadlift down, reaching down for your toes, keeping your back nice and straight, squeezing those glutes forward on the way up. So back stays straight, dumbbells stay close to the legs, down and up. We're going to do this for 40 seconds, as I said, then we're going to rest for 20, and then we're going to move on to the next exercise. Always when you're doing your deadlifts, keep your neck in neutral, try not to lean up. Keep your neck, chin tucked in, reach down, feel it in the hamstrings and the glutes, squeezing forward. We've got 5 more seconds here. So you're down and squeeze forward. Let's get one more. Good. Okay, so the next exercise is going to be a bent over row. Very similar to the deadlift, in that you stay at the bottom of the deadlift position. Only this time we're targeting the back and biceps. So we're going to 5, 3, 2, 1. So I want you to hold the bottom of that deadlift position, and you're going to roll your elbows back, squeeze those shoulder blades together, arms back down straight, elbows back, squeeze those shoulder blades. Imagine that you've got a little pencil in between those shoulder blades. I want you to try and crush the pencil, and then bring it down. Elbows are coming back towards the hips as you're doing this. Try not to pull too far up straight like this. Don't want you shrugging your shoulders. So it's back and forward. Yeah. Almost there on this one, guys. You've got 6 seconds. Good. And go ahead and rest. So for each exercise, or each little mini circuit, we're going to do 2 rounds of each thing. So it's going to stay the same format the whole way through. It will be 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. Okay? We're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're deadlifting, down, nice and straight at the back, squeeze those glutes forward. The way that I'm standing right now, the best way I can describe this to you right now, with the hinge movement, with the hips, drive your hips back towards that wall that's behind you. So push, 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 and then squeeze those glutes forward. Down, and back up. Now remember, this is a strength class, so I want your form to be perfect on everything that you're doing. Don't rush through your reps, even though the weight might be light. I want you guys to focus on form, okay? 3, 2, 1. Okay, go ahead and rest for 20 seconds. Going back into those bent over rows next. 10 seconds. Okay, go ahead and get ready. Go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're pushing that butt back towards the wall behind us. Keep the back nice and straight. Straight arms. And you're going to drive the elbows back. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Down. Back. Squeeze together as tight as you can. That's the key movement here. You want your shoulder blades moving. Good job, guys. Been great. We're just going to show you from the side just to make sure we're doing it properly. So you're down and squeeze. Same thing with the deadlift. Keep your neck in neutral position. Good. Last rep. Nice work. Good job. Go ahead and put those dumbbells down. We'll give you a minute and 20 seconds rest, and then we're going to move on to the next set of exercises, okay? So the next two exercises we're doing, guys, we're still going to keep working on that posterior chain, i.e. everything in the back and the glutes, down the legs and the hamstrings. So what we're going to do next is reverse flies and tricep kickbacks. So what that looks like, again, you're holding the bottom of that deadlift position, dumbbells in hand, you're going to bend the arms slightly, open them out and squeeze those shoulder blades together. So you're not pulling the dumbbells straight back, it's out to the side, it's making an arcing kind of circle motion. So from the front, it looks like this, down, down and back. The second one is going to be those tricep extensions, so you're down, elbows are back here, you're kicking the arms out straight, okay? Nice and simple on that one. We're going to start off in 3, 2, 1, go. So push the butt back towards the wall, hold that position, and then reverse fly. If you start to feel this a little bit too much in your lower back, what you can do, split your stance a little bit so that one foot is in front of the other, and then just kind of squat down a little bit more, and then that should take the pressure off of your lower back. So what that looks like from the side is just one foot in front slightly, still hinging, but you're going here. Okay, keep it going. Got about 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and rest. Next one is a tricep kickback. Okay, we're going to 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. So you're down into this position, pinning those elbows up here. Don't move the elbows. Squeeze. Nice and controlled. So I don't want to see any swinging. Luckily for you guys, I can't see you physically, but I know that you're going to do it properly. So elbows here, squeeze, and squeeze back. Same thing here. If you need to, split that stance, get yourself into the position, squeeze the elbows back. We're under 10 seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and put the weights down. Round 1's finished on those. We're going to go back into the reverse flies. Okay, we're going to 5, 3, 2, 1. And we're down into that position again. Reverse flies, nice and controlled, especially on the way down. So control, shoulder blades squeezing together, and then back down. Keep a slight bend in the elbows in this one. Don't keep your arms too straight, otherwise you're going to hurt your shoulder. So slight bend in the elbows, and then down. Again, if you have to just change that stance a little bit, take a little pressure off the low back, that's okay. And then get through the last 10 seconds here. And 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and rest. My basement is extremely hot, there's no air conditioning down here, so forgive me if I sweat a little bit as I'm doing this, although I do hope you guys are as well. We're going to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, into the tricep kickback. So we're down, elbows are up, squeeze those triceps back. Always fully lock out the elbow, hold for a second, and then bring it back. Again, I don't want to see any swinging here, it's nice and controlled. Elbows are staying locked in that same position, and driving back. Make sure you're breathing as you're doing these as well, because if it does get you a little bit out of breath, you want to make sure you're getting oxygen to those muscles. And go ahead and relax. So you got another minute, 20 seconds rest. I'm going to move on to some lower body stuff. The next 2 exercises, technically 3, because one's a single leg movement. It's going to be a squat, which is going to have the dumbbells in the front rack position, and then we're going to move on to lunges after that. So we've got 1 minute just to show you here and grab some water. So if you have to pause me, because it's pre-recorded, you have that luxury, so you can pause, grab some water. First one is going to be squat down as deep as you can, and then stand it back up. So you're down, and then stand back up. The second one, I always prefer to do a reverse lunge, just because it's a little bit easier on the knees. So step back, dumbbells by the side, bring it forward. You're going to stay on the same leg. So if it's, for example, my left leg here is doing the work, this one's forward, and then drive it back up. Then we'll switch sides, okay? We're going to go in 15 seconds. Good thing I used to play soccer and I caught that. Okay, we're going in 3, 2, 1. I'm starting off on the squats first. Dumbbells nice and high. If your dumbbells are a little bit too heavy for you, what you can do is just drop one down, hold like this or like this, wherever you're more comfortable, and then keep it going from it. So you're down and up. Try and get into that full range of your squat. If your mobility isn't quite as good, just make sure you're going as deep as you can on these, and then stand it back up again. Nice and controlled in your reps. Don't go too quickly. 5 more seconds. And go ahead and rest for 20. Okay, we're moving on to the lunges in 10 seconds. I'm going to face this way so I can see my timer. Okay, 3, 2, 1. So back down. Your back knee should be getting nice and close to the floor. If not touching, just a little bit off, maybe an inch or 2. Try not to go here and stand it back up. Again, focus on your movement. So nice and controlled. Take your time getting into this position. So if you have to get 1 foot back, pause, then come down, stand it back up, then bring it forward. That's okay. Just down, and then back up, down. We've got 5 more seconds, 1 more rep. Good, well done. We're going to switch over onto the opposite side. So for me, that's my right leg. As you can hear, it does take it out of you a little bit. Breathing a little bit heavy, as you can tell. Okay, we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, and go. So you bring it back up, down, and up. Knee nice and close to the ground. When you're doing your lunges, try and stay nice and tall. Keep your chest proud, and then drive back up. Down and up. As you're doing the lunges, again, if the weight's a little bit too heavy, you can just go ahead and hold one weight in front, and then down and up. If that's still a little bit too much, go ahead, you can just put your hands on your hips, step it back, and then bring it forward. Okay, we're going to go ahead and rest, and then we're moving back onto the squats. Okay, go ahead and grab those weights. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down, squat deep, and down, up. Make sure you're exhaling as you're breathing or coming up out the squat, so it's inhale and exhale. On the side, just make sure you're driving your butt back, knees forward, down, and then stand it back up. Down, stand it back up. Same thing here, keep your chest nice and proud, stay tall. Let's get one more rep. And rest. So we're on to the next set of lunges, which is going to be 10 seconds. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So for this one I'm not using any weight, so hands on my hips. Down, touch, down, and bring it back forward. Even when your hands are on your hips, I want you to keep your core nice and tight, chest tall, everything's nice and controlled as you're doing these. Again, the leg in front is the leg that's doing the work, so when you're down at the bottom, try not to push too much off of this side. Drive this heel and this foot through the floor to stand yourself back up. 10 seconds. Okay, last one. And go ahead and rest. We're going to do one more on the other side, and then we're going to take a minute and 20 seconds rest. Okay, we're moving in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Opposite leg in front, hands on the hips, down, step forward, down, step forward, down, and up. Again, make sure the core's nice and tight, you don't want to sway, so nice and straight, and down. We've got 15 seconds left. Good, let's get 2 more reps in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and rest. Grab some water. Again, if you have to pause me at all, go ahead and pause. You have that luxury because it's not a live class. So if you've got to pause, take a little bit extra time to rest, that's okay. While you're doing that, I'll explain the other exercises that we're going to be doing. So the next 2, you're going to want to have a set of dumbbells or weights that you're comfortable with. 1 for the first exercise, which is going to be hammer curls. So bicep curl up, keeping the hands in neutral, squeeze tight as you come down, squeeze those triceps at the bottom, really flex, straighten out those arms, bring it up and down. And then the second one, I'm going to go out of frame here just for the demo, but I can show you a way to change this up if you need it. So dumbbells in neutral position, straight up overhead press. As you're doing these, glutes are squeezed in tight, core's tight, and press. If you have to, if you don't have the space overhead, just come down on your knees, sit back on your heels, and press. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start now on the bicep curls. So again, the weights might be a little bit lighter for you depending on kind of what you have available. If so, just take it nice and controlled, especially on the way down. Come up nice and quickly, and then down. Up, down nice and controlled. Try and think about keeping those shoulders pinned back. It's okay if your elbows come forward a little bit, as long as the dumbbells are going a little bit higher above the shoulders. So if not, the elbows are staying pinned into the side, go ahead and rest, 20 seconds. Going to move on to the overhead press. Okay, we got 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So for here, glutes are squeezed in, abs tight, press, down, press, down. Again, if you don't have the space overhead, down on your knees and then press. Same thing here, keep your core tight, don't lean back, everything's nice and straight. Press overhead, down. If you want to keep the dumbbells in a neutral position, that's okay. If you want to have your hands facing forward, whatever's more comfortable for you. 10 more seconds. Good, one more rep. And weights down, 20 seconds rest. We'll move it on into the second round. Whew. Working up a sweat here, guys. Don't mind me using my old sweatshirt here as a towel. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and go. Bicep curls. So, keeping the arms in neutral, squeezing it up, and back down. Squeeze, and back down. So again, if you're on the side here, you can keep your elbows pinned by your side and just squeeze those biceps up. Or alternatively, elbows come up a little bit and you're squeezing those dumbbells a little bit higher just above the shoulders. Down, squeeze. Same thing here, your glutes and abs should be squeezed in super tight, keeping that body nice and straight. And last one, good, go ahead and rest. We're going to move on to the overhead press again, so I'm going to go ahead and I'll face you guys this time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're up, overhead, down, nice and controlled. Squeeze and down. If the weights that you have are a little bit too heavy for you, again, you can go ahead and grab here, press overhead, down, press, straight back down. Okay? So grab this again. 10 more seconds. Get 2 more reps. 1, 2. Go ahead and rest. Good job, guys. A minute and 20 seconds rest. And then we're going to move on to our next exercise. So grab some water. Okay, so next 2 exercises. This will be your last 2, so push yourself hard. You're going to use the dumbbells. Make sure I don't go to the frame here, so 1 in each hand. These weights are light. If you're going to do this and the weights are heavy, set up from here with the dumbbells and just roll back. So what we're going to do is, you're going to squeeze your glutes up into a bridge, and you're going to press, elbows down, press, elbows down. If you have to bring your hands into neutral, that's okay. If not, just treat it like a bench press. Keep the hips and the glutes squeezed in, and then press. And then the second one after the floor press is going to be Commandos. So it's a high plank to a low plank. So you're up and down. Good. And as you can hear, I'm a little bit behind time, so flip yourself back over and then get started on those floor presses. So if you can't quite keep the hips up here, you can go ahead and just relax then and press from here. But if you want it to be a little bit more difficult, if your weights aren't heavy enough, go ahead and just bridge up, squeeze those glutes in, and then go from there. 10 more seconds. Make sure you're squeezing those chest muscles together as you're coming up. And go ahead and relax for 20 seconds, dumbbells down, flip it on over, right into the Commandos. So again, forearm plank, push yourself up into a high plank. Okay, we're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So glutes are squeezed in, legs are braced, one hand and press. Try not to let those hips rotate as you're coming up. So you're pressing down and back up. You're going to want to alter which arm you're using to push yourself up each time. So for example, right hand, pushing myself up, back down, keep that plank position tight, left arm, and back up. One more rep in, and go ahead and relax. Okay, 20 seconds rest. Last round, moving on to the floor press again, and then we'll do one more set of Commandos, and then we're going to do a little stretch and cool down. So I know for some of my regulars, you're going to like that because I don't normally do an elaborative cool down or stretch, so we'll have a couple minutes today to do that. Okay, so dumbbells down and press. Let's go. Again, this is a little bit easier, so bridge up, squeeze those glutes in, down and press. 10 seconds. And go ahead and relax. Okay, we got one more set of the Commandos. Get these dumbbells out of the way. Okay, we're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And go. Last exercise of the day. Make sure you're working hard all the way through. So in the plank, glutes are squeezed, legs are braced. Bridge up, bridge down, alternate arms. I know you guys have worked hard today. Make sure you reward yourself with some good food and hydrate after class. Down, do one more rep in. And back down. Good job, guys, well done. We've got 2.5 minutes left. Go ahead, if you need to grab some water, grab some water. If not, we'll move on to the stretch in a couple seconds here. Okay, so we're moving on to the cool down. So, I'm going to start at the bottom in child's pose. So, butt back. Arms down. I just want you to hold this for 5 breaths. Okay, we're going to come up. So from your hands and knees, I want you to bring one foot forward. Push those hips forward. Hold that for a couple breaths. And then open up. And then hand back down, switching sides, drive the hips forward again, a couple breaths here. Open up. Good, and then last one. Obviously you can do a little bit more stretching on your own, guys, or if you want to take a little bit more time on each one, you can do that. Put the legs into the middle here, and then just drive down on those knees, pushing them down towards the floor. Feel the stretch on the inside of the thighs. As you can hear, guys, that's the 30 minutes of Strength with Stephen. Just want to thank you guys for taking part. If you can, please leave a comment or like this video, just to let us know that you've done it, and obviously give us some feedback. We miss you guys, so we love to hear from you. Hopefully sooner rather than later we'll all get back to Silas, and then we'll see you guys in person again, because that's where we love to do our work and obviously interact with you guys. But until then, just be safe, stay at home, hope your families and yourselves stay healthy and smart through this time. But it's a pleasure doing this with you guys. Hopefully I'll see you live in person soon if I can figure out my technical difficulties, but if not, I'll keep these coming to you, and as I said, I hope you enjoy.